Back in 1965, a small vocational school known as the Adult Education Center welcomed an integrated class of mostly black, underemployed women to train as secretaries. The effort caused an uproar and it was shut down after neighbors in uptown New Orleans objected to the integrated school. The founders were turned down by 60 other landlords before they were offered space on Exchange Place in the French Quarter. The rest, as they say, is history. And this week, many of the school's graduates will gather to celebrate their achievements. We're joined now by Dr. Sandra O'Neill, a 1969 graduate, and Geoffray, son of the school's director and creator of the nonprofit 431 Exchange, to honor the graduates. Welcome to both of you. Thank you so much for being here. First of all, this is an incredible story that I didn't know a whole lot about before I started researching before today's interview. So Sandra, I'd like to start with you. Since you're a graduate of the program, how did you get connected with the school?
Well, in 1969, that's when my journey began with the Adult Education Center. I was a young mother and wife living in the St. Bernard projects. The only jobs I had was a domestic, dishwasher, and a bus girl. And I was reading the paper one day, and there was an ad for young black women to enroll in a secretarial school, and I said, wow, this is great. You know, I never knew that there was something like this for us. So I called the director, Dr. Geoffray, and although the program had started already, she told me that I can join, and I was really happy. So I did join the program in January of 1969. And the skills we were taught were secretarial skills. We were taught shorthand, typing, and in addition to that, we were taught African American studies. She had hired black people to come in and to show us how to do our hair professionally and also how to dress. So when we graduated, we were ready, you know, to break into the corporate culture. And they prepared us, you know, to assimilate into that culture. And I might want to add that, you know, we get validation from our families, we get validation from our communities, and also from our churches. But we got validation to enter into the corporate world. We had people behind us who believed in us.
Which was really revolutionary for that time.
It was very revolutionary because, you know, where I came from, the St. Bernard projects, nobody really cared about us. A few years before that, with Hurricane Betsy, people literally starved. So here we had people who are calling us, come on, get this opportunity, and I was glad that I did.
Absolutely. And Jeff, your mom started the school. How did she come up with this idea, and why did she feel so compelled to open it?
The original idea came from a priest at Dominican College named Tim Gibbons, who had spoken with, at that time, Norman Francis, who later became Dr. Francis of Xavier University. And together they tried to figure out what kind of jobs were in demand and then train African American women as well as unemployed women of all color to meet the qualifications of those jobs. And the first pilot program, as you say, was shut down, and that didn't involve my mother. And then my mother came in and took over as director of the program and ran the program from 65 to 72.
I mean, she sounds like a real pioneer, your mom.
Well, she was a pioneer, and she said that everything in her life had prepared her for this journey. And I think what she meant by that was not only had she gotten the skills as a teacher, but also she really got a lot, her self-image improved because of education. And these women that she met, like Sandra, they inspired her. So it was a time in her life when there were not a lot of women in positions like being a director of such a program, and they gave her confidence as well.
Wow. And Sandra, I just want to mention quickly, you were able to go on and get your PhD in social work. So this really opened doors for you. And tomorrow you guys will be meeting with the other graduates for a reunion. So
it's always fun when we get together.
Oh, I would imagine. We wish you a great time tomorrow. We appreciate you both being here so much this morning. Thank you.
You're quite welcome.